The following is a presentation of the Missouri Sports Network.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. High School Game Day here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, presented by the Bank of Billings, established 1889, the oldest bank in Christian County. Also presented by Liona, Labor's Local 663, Building Missouri and Building Missouri State. We go to St. Louis area now. We welcome in Incarnate Word Academy Red Knights head basketball coach Dan Rolfus. And Coach, as we mentioned before the show, officially a friend of the show now with your third appearance.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I guess it's good to be an official friend.
You bet. There's only 22 on the list, so
okay.
Coach,
yeah.
Off to another rousing start here. Tell us about your team up to this point. What do you really like about what's your team doing really well right now?
You know, our team is playing really, really well now, sharing the ball well. You know, we're scoring at a really efficient rate. You know, right now we've got 6 seniors, and you know, start 4 of them, and you know, they've been in our system for years, and you know the efficiency at what we're playing at is fantastic. And you know, I think with that senior leadership, you know, both offensively and defensively, we can do a lot of different things. And, you know, we're able to make a lot of adjustments at halftime, and kids know their scout well. And it's great to have that senior leadership.
Coach, you obviously, and folks know a lot about IWA or Incarnate Word Academy. You play a kind of a national type schedule. Tell us a little bit about that and how that works with regards to scheduling. Obviously, a lot of these are invitations, so your representation precedes itself.
Yeah, no, I mean, fortunately for us, we get invited to a lot of different shootouts, tournaments, you know, throughout the country. And you know, this year we actually went to the Bahamas to play, so that was fun. But you know, each year we try to put a schedule together that's going to challenge our team and get us out of our comfort zone. And you know, obviously our main goal every year is to win a state championship, and to do that, I feel like you've got to travel, you got to play opponents from all over. That's going to show you different looks. So you know, by the time you get to the state tournament, that you're prepared. So and this year we did that. You know, we started out in Tipton, and you know, for a small town in Missouri, they brought a bunch of really, really good teams. We played a team, you know, from Arkansas, played a team, you know, from Nebraska, who were great opponents for us. And then we went to the Bahamas and played #1 team in the country, and then also the #4 team in the country, and we lost both of them. But you know, I think we came back from that trip with a, you know, sense of focus in what we needed to work on as a team. And you know, knock on wood, we haven't lost a game since, and you know, we played pretty well.
Coach, it's kind of a 2-part question here. One, you know, being able to play in those tournaments, you know, around the country and around the world, I guess, and in certain aspects, do you have a favorite destination? And in the second part, is there a tournament that you know of nationally or worldwide that you haven't got to play in that you would really like to play in?
Oh man, we've been lucky to play in some pretty good ones. You know, this year going to the Bahamas, besides losing the 2 games, it's pretty. Yeah, it was fun. The resort was beautiful. We played right on the resort. The weather was great. It was a really nice experience. We've also been to Hawaii several times, and that's besides the length of the flight and the, you know, 12, 13 hours. Playing in Hawaii is also beautiful. So but sometimes, you know, you could be in Hawaii or Omaha, you're still playing games. You still have to scout. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of things you get to do that you need to do. And you know, it doesn't matter whether it's nice out or not. You still gotta, you know, watch film, take care of business, do your scout. So But I'd say Hawaii and the Bahamas are probably two of my favorite.
It's gotta be hard to get kids up when they're, for a game when they're living in the Midwest and in December or January and you're going to a beach. That may be the furthest thing from their mind.
Yeah, I'm fortunate. These guys, they know the drill. They've traveled before. You're playing some of the top teams in the country, so I honestly, I really don't have a hard time focusing with them. They know if we don't perform well at these things, it'll be the end. Either you play well and perform well, or you don't get asked back.
Right. Outstanding. Well, Coach, you've got a couple of young ladies there beside you. You start with whomever you'd like, and we'll visit with them and find out more about them.
Yeah, right in the middle here is Addie Owen. She's our point guard. She's been, a big part of our program for the last 4 years. And then next to Addie is Nevaeh Lucius. So she's a senior as well. She's our presence inside and has had a really, really, really good good month. And she's been dominating inside. So she's been a big presence for us inside.
All right, we'll start to the outside there with Nevaeh. Nevaeh, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm outstanding. Tell us a little bit about your position and what your roles and responsibilities on the team are.
Yeah, no, I think like as a senior, like I definitely have to go out and be a leader. I mean, like for me, like I know my role, running the floor, getting those extra rebounds to get possessions for my team. They're always looking for me inside, so that also helps as well. So yeah, just doing all the little things for them and stuff.
You talk about being a leader. Obviously, that's on the court and off the court. Tell us what kind of maybe your definition of a good leader is. What do you think a good leader? What are the qualities?
Yeah, I feel like, you have to be really loud on the court just so like helping your teammates out. So like I got your help, like I got backside, just like especially for the younger ones that are really shy coming in, like I feel like having that loud voice for them like will really help them want to talk. And coach over here, his biggest thing is talking on defense. So I feel like having that loud voice and then also just like being a teammate where your teammates can come to you and like really rely on you is important because we're with each other all the time. So like just knowing that they have your back and you have their back and stuff.
And Nevaeh, what are you doing throughout the day? Let's say you've got a game tonight, which you do. You're traveling to Raleigh to play Stratford, I believe.
Yeah.
I heard a rumor. But what are you doing throughout the day to kind of get mentally and physically prepared? And maybe it begins the day before a game. What are you doing to kind of get prepared?
Yeah, no, I'm getting to bed early, have to get like good amount of sleep. Definitely eating well, staying hydrated, and then also just like going over our scout and like making sure we're prepared for the game because our preparation is one of the biggest things for us. So definitely just looking over that, going over film the day before and stuff. So
coming into this season, and I do this just by virtue of what I do. I look at schedules and I look for games that I really want to see or be at, including tonight's game with you versus a very good Stratford team. Do you find yourself looking at your schedule early on and maybe putting a little mental check mark by games or by teams that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, especially this season, like us going to the Bahamas and playing those big games. I mean, we have to prepare beforehand and just like knowing that these are on the schedule, we have to know, like, okay, this is what we have to be ready for. This is how we have to perform. So, we definitely have to have a good mental state going into those games for sure.
Nevaeh, if you could get maybe in a time machine and go back to one game over the last couple of years and play that game again, maybe it's a game you had a lot of fun in. Maybe it's a game you felt like got away from you that you'd like to go back and try again. Are there games in your background that you think, man, I'd like to go try that and play that one again?
Yeah, no, definitely. There are a couple games where, like I felt like I could have like, performed a little bit better, or like our team could have beat like some teams, and like definitely like going back and like playing Sierra Canyon. Like I feel like those games like Ontario, yeah, like they're really good teams, but we're a really good team too, and so like just showing everybody that we can compete with those teams, so.
Those are the two teams that we lost to in California, where Sierra Canyon and Ontario Christian.
Yeah, I'm looking right out of Ontario, California. What as you talk about that leadership role, were there young ladies when you were a youngster, maybe an eighth grader or a freshman that you really looked up to that kind of helped mold you into the player and the leader that you are today?
Yeah, no, I've had a lot of great teammates over the years, especially, going to different schools and stuff. Like, there's been a bunch of seniors that have really gotten me out of my comfort zone. And also, just like, I feel like developing a relationship with them has also helped me to be able to come out and know, like, I'm going to be this leader one day. So I'm going to have to do that. So, yeah.
All right. Any superstitions? Do you have to put your right shoe on first or eat the same meal every day? What before a game? Do you have any?
I used to have Alani's before every game, but they really, I've learned that those give me a lot of energy and I like to foul a lot. So I've had to cut out the Alani's, but I do like to get like 7 Brew or something like that, like a fun drink every game day. So
Yeah. What's your go-to restaurant there? I mean, I grew up on the Hill in St. Louis. My father did. I shouldn't say I grew up. I grew up in Mount Vernon, but I was born on the Hill. So there's some folks, some restaurants there, obviously. But do you have a favorite place to go to eat?
I like 54th Street Bar and Grill. I do love Texas Roadhouse too. I know that's everywhere, but that is one of our favorites, especially one of our team favorites too. So,
All right, Navia. What is your least favorite drill to do in practice? If you see the
my
practice,
least favorite, my least favorite is definitely zigzag ball handling drill. So,
all right, very good. Now, being a senior, have you made any decision as far as what you're going to be doing next year? I know you've got a lot of season left, but it's time. It's 2026, and that's the year you're going to graduate. What have you thought about as far as your future?
yeah, no, I'm going to be attending Missouri State, playing basketball there. I haven't decided what I'm going to study in yet, but I plan to play basketball there. So,
Well, I host a show, or kind of co-host a show on Fridays with Ned Reynolds and Scott Purrier and Art Haynes. And you came up this morning, so I knew where you were going. I had that I was going to be visiting with the Incarnate Word Academy, and well, Navia, she's going to Missouri. She's coming here next year, so we did have that conversation. So anyway, hey, congratulations on a tremendous season up to this point, and go out and get a district championship and then a state championship. Get back on after both of those, and you'll be a friend of the show.
Yes.
All right, next we have, I believe, Addie.
Yep.
All right, tell us a little bit about what your roles and responsibilities are on the team.
Yeah, this year as a point guard and a senior point guard is a huge leadership opportunity for me. I think my biggest role is being a vocal leader on the court. So I'm going to be the loudest one on defense all the time. I'm going to lead the offense. I'm going to share the ball. When someone is down during a game, I'm going to lift them up every single time. And I also feel like my main thing is my hustle. I'm going to be everywhere on defense. I love playing defense. And I just feel like being a leader has been really big for me this year. And I also love to shoot the ball. So, yeah.
All right. Let's say that I'm at your next game and I'm sitting in the top row. Who am I going to be able to hear better, you or Navia?
It's probably me. I love to talk, and I have a really loud voice. It's probably me.
Loud the whole time.
All right, Eddie. What are you doing on a game day or even the day before to kind of get mentally and physically prepared?
Yeah. So the day before, I will go to my gym has like a recovery room, and I'll go in and do the Normatec boots, get my body right. I'll get good sleep, and then me and my dad will go work out in the morning before the game, just get some shots up, get a feel for the ball, do some ball handling. And then during school, just make sure you're eating right before the game. On the bus or wherever it is, know the scout, get it all down. And then before the game, it takes a lot for me to like mentally prepare. So I got to like calm myself down because I get really excited to play. So I do a lot of mental preparing as well.
Plans for next year. What have you thought about as part of your future?
Yeah, I am committed to SEMO, so I'll be playing basketball there for SEMO.
All right, down Cape Girardeau.
Yep.
Yeah, my dad's in the Hall of Fame there. So
maybe I'll be next.
Yeah. You might be. Maybe you get in the St. Louis Sports Hall of Fame just like your head coach.
Yes, that's the goal.
Congratulations on that too, Coach Rolfos. I saw that. Congratulations, well deserved. And so, what if any superstitions do you have?
Me and my dad are very superstitious, so if I play bad in like a certain pair of shoes that he wears, he's never allowed to wear them again. Or if I play good and he's wearing a certain pair of shoes, he has to wear them every big game. Or if he wears a certain hat, he has to wear that hat. So like we have to go through a lot of shoes.
And hats, I would imagine.
Yes, there's a lot of shoes and hats in our family.
No, that's classic. That's a first for me. I have not heard that.
Yep, that's how we roll.
All right, Addie, if you could get in a time machine and go back to that 7th or 8th grader Addie yourself and give her some advice based on what you know right now as a senior, what advice would you go back and give yourself as a youngster?
I would just tell myself to just live in the moment and enjoy it, because now being a senior and it like all kind of coming to a close is kind of hard for me because it's been such an amazing journey. And I spent my 7th, 8th grade years like, I cannot wait to get to Incarnate, and I can't wait to be senior and be the starting point guard, and I can't wait. But I just wish I would have just lived in the moment a little bit more and realized that this is a very short amount of time that we have, and make the most out of it every second you can.
It goes by fast, doesn't it?
It does, really fast. Yeah.
All right, very good. Well, congratulations and best of luck as you go forward.
Thank you so much.
Now, Coach, you guys are about ready to get on a bus and head to Raleigh here this afternoon, taking on a very good Stratford Indian team, number 1 ranked team in Class 4. Got a couple of Coach Larson's daughters, kind of carrying the water for them. Very good, very well coached. What are your thoughts going into tonight's game?
Yeah, no, watched a ton of film on them last night and today. Yeah, they're very well coached. They transition very well. Both the Larsons can shoot it and get to the rim. Very well balanced. I mean, it'll definitely be a challenge, especially on a short scout like this. I know they played last night as well. But yeah, I mean, for us, it's a great opportunity to play a good opponent. At this time of year, we've practiced a million times. We need to play games and we need to be challenged. So it'll definitely be a challenge tonight for sure.
How did this come about? Maybe a snow game lost or something?
Exactly. We were supposed to go to Louisville to play a couple games, and we got a ton of snow. They got a ton of snow, and it got snowed out. And Coach Larson reached out and asked if we wanted to play, and we just found a day we could both make it, and we just decided to meet in the middle and play in Raleigh. And I think it'll benefit both of us, by playing a good opponent this time of the year.
What a difference just a couple of weeks makes here in Missouri with the weather. And when meteorologists start, when they start forecasting the weather using Gatorade flavors, Arctic Blast and all that stuff, I get a little nervous. Anytime you hear Gatorade flavor and the meteorologist precipitation, all that stuff, I get a little bit nervous. But it's great now. We may pay for it at this time. And well, Coach, I greatly appreciate you guys making yourselves available, and thank you for trusting me with your student athletes. And it's always a pleasure and an honor to get to visit with you.
Yeah, thanks. And I'm so glad I'm a friend of the show now. So I appreciate that.
All right, and I have one question for all three of you. You can just signal to the positive by raising your hand. I am a mandated reporter for the Missouri State Highway Patrol. And the question is, do you always wear your seatbelt?
Always.
Yes.
I do too.
Of course.
Very good. Well, they watch these videos, and that's a question I end with all of them. So they pulled a couple folks over when they recognized you. And of course, you guys are
We'll have it on. I can guarantee that.
All right. Very good. Very good. Well, ladies and Coach, best of luck. Thanks so much for your time today. And we will hopefully be visiting with you down the road here as we head towards the state championship.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're watching High School Game Day here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us, hey, take that 3 seconds and get out of the lane. No, take 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. We'll be back after this.
Things are a little tight for Terrence right now. But they won't be for long, because Central Bank makes it easier for customers like Terrence to dream bigger.
More room would be nice.
With mortgage solutions that can open the door to more space.
That's what I'm talking about.
For his growing family.
Growing family?
Honey, guess what?
You got this, buddy.